Where is my, here it is. Okay, my camera's freaking out here. I'm trying to figure out why. Not sure if it's like too close to it or what's going on here. Hold on, I think we might have just gotten a little bit maybe out of plug or something. I don't know. Oh, for Pete's sakes, what is going on? Wasn't doing that earlier. Okay, it only does it when it's like pointed down. Maybe it's because it can't focus. Okay, I'm trying to get this working here. It's like, I don't know, it doesn't want to go down very far, so you're kind of stuck with a bad angle, I guess. Sorry. Working on it here. I'm going to try to go a tiny bit more and see if it'll, yeah, it just doesn't want to. Yeah, I think it might be that, well, first of all, I have no idea what I'm doing because it's a brand new camera. Second of all, I'm wondering if it's glitching because of the fact that I have my light pad on. I'm going to see what it does without my light pad here. So, okay, so it must be my light pad, I guess. I am back, Christy. Thank you. Sorry, it took a little longer. I was trying to figure it out. The camera doesn't like my light pad, apparently, because it's having a really hard time adjusting. So I turn it off, and then all is good. So I don't know. This canvas, the drill field, is actually pretty dang easy to see. So I'm probably just going to go with without my light pad at the moment. And I will figure it out more when, when I can play with it a little bit. So I'm working right now on, we named him Ollie. He's a puppy dog. I can try to show you a little bit of him here. So here's Ollie. He's a boxer, and I've been working on him for I think a week. And you're in my way, honey. It's a 50 by 70. So it's a decent size, but I think I would have been able to go quite a bit quicker if there's quite a few little pockets that I have having to kind of sketch out. They're not bad because I can literally, I call it coloring them. I can color it out. So it's not too bad. I've had much worse. So, but, yeah, some of them I didn't even see until after I had everything on. So then I just had to seal it. Oh, geez, come on now. I'm going to have to unplug my light pad. I hit the thing so often that, don't just pull it, honey. I hit the button so often that it's going to, come on and then just whack out. Maddie, you're in my elbows. So, yeah. Anyways, so I've been working on Ollie here for about a week, and he is for, I don't know if you've seen my videos, Maddie, you're totally in my way, chickie. Sorry, my daughter's up and kind of getting in my way a little bit. Anyways, her blood sugars are kind of wacky right now, so she's up kind of just chilling, because, yeah, that's just the way it is sometimes, but I see that. Anyways, it's for my boss who got a new studio, I want to say in February or March-ish. And so it's a dog training studio. And thank you, Christy. I thought so. I'm really enjoying working on it, actually. It's the only little problems I've had is just a couple little, bubbles, but those, like I said, are pretty easy to get out. So I'm looking at the camera, but yeah, they're pretty easy to get out, so it's not causing too much of a problem. But anyway, so I'm trying to get it done for her so that she can put it in her new studio. She is she works with a lot of rescues, but the main one that comes in are from 2 boxer rescues. And her favorite breed is boxer. And I've been wanting to do one for her for a while. She lost the dog last, what month was that?
I think it was like
October? Anyways, it's probably been about 6 or 7 months since she lost what we call her soulmate dog.
Everybody's soulmate dog.
Everybody. He was one of those dogs that, she was one of those dogs everybody loved, and she loved everybody. Even the dogs that came into trainings that were coming because they were having problems reacting with other dogs would come in, and their people, you're doing it.
No, I'm going with that.
This way?
Yeah, I just did it.
I know, but it's not doing it again. My desk is squeaking.
Stop the lies.
I know. Yeah, anyways, we're trying to figure out what makes it squeak so that I can fix it. Because it's super...
See?
Yeah, I think it has something to do with going down and up. I don't know. But it's really annoying because...
It tries to do video.
You try to... when you try to fix something, and then all of a sudden it stopped doing it, and then you can't fix it. It's like when your car has a problem, and then all of a sudden you take it to the mechanic, and what happens? Your car's not doing it anymore, and the mechanic looks at you like you're a dummy. So, yeah. But anyways, so I wanted to do one of Charlie because I think it would have meant a lot to her. But she was so busy with everything. What are you doing? Seriously, child. You need to go lay down. Anyways, yeah, so she never got back to me on a good picture of her and Charlie or of just Charlie. So I decided I would just do this one. I really like this one. The main reason I love it is I don't know if you've seen my Whip It Wednesday video, but I love colorful things. Like, I don't know if you guys prefer to work on diamond paintings that have lots of colors, but I do. It's enjoyable, and I like the look of like black and whites and ones with limited colors, but when I'm working on them, I would much prefer to be working on one that has a lot of colors. So yeah. Gracious there. I need to find a new 4-placer because I have worn this guy out a lot because I use it all the time. Where are my reds that you were messing with? I think it's this one. I think it is. Let me see. Yes, it is. Anyway, so yeah, I'm hoping she'll put it on her wall or something, and the colors will be kind of a fun thing to make it look warm and inviting and different than just a picture of a dog, because she actually does have a picture of a dog already. So a couple 4-placers? Really? Oh my gosh, I would love it. I literally have one left, like one. This is it. And I use it all the time. This was honestly, this was one of the first pens that I made. And although I like it but I mainly like it because it has my 4-placer. And I would really like it to transfer it to one of my clay pens that I make. Or I just ordered an acrylic one, and I'm super, super excited about that. Anyway, so yeah, I would love to have more 4-placers. And my daughter, she has gotten into diamond painting. She's working on one right now. The Fox from Diamond Art Club. And she was using a 9-placer. And I don't even use the 9-placer. Like,
I like them.
I haven't yet. Anyways, I use the wheel. But yeah, she was using a 9-placer. And let me see this. Anyways, yeah, so she showed me what she was using because she was like, I think I'd like a 4-placer too. So yeah, I will email you my address for sure because that would be awesome. I'd love to get them and put them on because I think I use this pen probably the most out of all mine, but I have like, I don't know, 50 pens or something because
Probably more.
I make them, and so I make them, but I don't have an Etsy account or anything. I just make them and give them away or sell them in my Facebook group and stuff like that for relatively cheap because Etsy charges you like so much for, selling it. And so I figure, well, I don't know. I like to make it so it's kind of available to everybody because not everybody can go and afford a $10 diamond painting pen. And so, yeah, I like to just kind of give back a little because I hated those little pink ones, like hated them, which is why I made my first diamond painting pen. It was because it drove me crazy. My hand would cramp, and I know people use them all the time, but I don't know how. I can't. They bug me too much. So, what are you doing, honey? What are you typing? My daughter is typing something. What's your group name on Facebook? Oh, my daughter is typing it right now. I will link it in the description. And you can see if you can find it. Sometimes, I don't know. Honestly, I haven't looked it up on Facebook in a long time. Before, when you first start and you have like no members, you can't find it just by putting in the name. And I haven't tried in a long time. So, because it's I just started the group in January or February. Yeah, it's actually maybe less than that. It might have even been March. It's only been for like 3 months. And we have about, I think we have like 450 members. But like I said, it's a new group, but I love the people in it. I don't have really a lot of rules like a lot of people, a lot of groups do, especially when they get big because they kind of have to maintain everything. But I allow people to sell things if they would like and to advertise their YouTube videos. I just say, don't fill the feed with it because if my feed starts getting full of all of that kind of stuff, I will have to re-examine my rules. But honestly, I love the people in it because I have not had to do anything except one time somebody got hacked and some spam thing showed up. And so I had to get rid of that. But other than that, I've had absolutely no problems with the people in the group yet. So I really enjoy it. And yeah, my YouTube channel is also really new. You're welcome, Christy, by the way. So I just started my YouTube channel. It was either 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. So it's brand new. But I'm so close to getting to 100 subscribers. I am really excited about that. Because I honestly, like, I kept getting people in my group and people who I talked to, and everybody was like, you need a YouTube channel. You need to do a YouTube channel. And I was like, yeah, no, I can't. I don't know a lot about YouTube. I don't know a lot about electronics. I'm not electronic kind of a person. But I have a 10 and 13-year-old, and they both, of course, are very good at electronics. And so they have been helping me a lot. But I did find a good editing program and stuff. What are you doing? Does it have 400? Yep, it has. I think that's it. 445 members. Yep. And the picture is, let me see. I'll even show, actually, I can even show you so you know you're on the right one. What? You're almost on it. Oh, well, I don't need to do that. I can go right here. See. So that's what it's going to look like. So yeah, we have 445. So it must be kind of popping up now when you put in the name, I'm guessing. Because it's crazy, actually. There's quite a few Diamond Painting Anonymouses out there. And when I came up with the name, I just thought it was really funny because most of us who diamond paint admit, like, we are addicted not only to painting, but to buying it. And so I thought it was kind of fun. Here, I'll go in real quick and accept you. There you go, my dear. You are now a member. Congratulations. I'm just kidding. So, are you a night owl then? I can't remember who said they were when we were doing it a few minutes ago. Are you up? Are you up late a lot? I am. My doctor, I just had a doctor appointment last week, and he scolded me pretty good for not getting enough sleep because I don't get enough sleep. I kind of force myself a lot of times to stay awake because about a month and a half ago, I was awoke by our service dog and my son yelling that something was wrong with Maddie. That's my daughter. And when I went in there, she was having a seizure. And I knew immediately that it was her blood sugar. I checked it. She was only at 20, which, if you don't know anything about blood sugars, that's really, really low, like comatose low. She shouldn't be under 80. And so I had to give her the emergency shot, and it was, let's see, hold on. Just posted my Harley Quinn, and yeah, I do stay up late, but I don't like mornings. See, that's my problem. I stay up late, but I get up early too. And so I just don't like mornings necessarily, but I tend to get up, and then all day long I'll say, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to lay down and take a nap. And then it doesn't happen very often. But if I do lay down to watch TV or watch a movie or something, I will be out in a second. But yeah, so after that happened with her, it just almost gave me like kind of a little bit of PTSD over the whole situation. So now I just get more nervous to sleep unless she's like right next to me or something. But yes.
Can I go join your group that you're live?
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I am up a lot at night, and then I'm up early in the morning. My husband goes to bed at 7 o'clock because he has to get up at 3 o'clock. And usually when he gets up to go to work, I'm still awake. And yeah, but my doctor really laid into me about the importance of sleep and what it can do to you to not get it and all that stuff. And so I'm trying, but it's hard. So, because I've been having some health issues, and he thinks a lot of that has to do with not getting enough sleep. So, but I literally like, when I am relaxed, I fall asleep in like a second, and I could be diamond painting and fall asleep, which I've done on, I don't even know how many times. I've fallen asleep going pee. Yeah, my daughter just said TMI, but
Actually, I listened.
I am not the kind of person that, I don't know. My daughter is very private with things, and she gets embarrassed really easily. I do not. Not a lot embarrasses me. I can tell people just about anything, and it just, I don't know why, but it doesn't faze me. But I have to remember, some people don't like hearing everything, so I try, but oh goodness, there's the
Oh my gosh. Mom, look at my foot. Look at all those drills.
Yeah, my daughter has about 20 drills on her feet right now.
Probably more.
Because I'm at my desk in the living room, and I spill them all the time, and I pick them up, but not every single time. And so she always has drills on her feet. She doesn't wear shoes or socks, hardly ever.
House.
You don't outside either,
Well,
kiddo.
stop exposing.
Stop exposing you. Okay. So, do you, Christy, have, how long have you had a YouTube channel then? And is it a lot, like mainly diamond painting, or do you do a lot of other crafts too?
Did you say she had a channel?
Well, I'm assuming because it says Crafty Crazy. I think she does. Let me get my phone.
Some people
I'm
have
gonna look.
channels, like ones like that.
I'm going to check your channel out right now, actually. Crafting with Christy. Crafting with Christy. I could spell correctly. Okay. Well, I just subscribed to your channel because it looks like you do a lot of diamond painting, and that is the kind of stuff I do. So just started it sometime last year, and I just got coloring them. I just started coloring on my channel. Oh, cool. Almost 3-year-old, and I check the baby monitor all the time just to make sure he is okay. I'm always worried. Yeah, I think once you become a mom, like, worrying is part of it, but those of us who have anxiety, I don't know if you do, but I do, and when my kids were little, I was constantly checking on them at night to, like, I remember, like, putting my hand on their chest, making sure they are still breathing. And you're very welcome. I love watching other people, and my daughter watches them a lot too with me. So yeah, I'm always looking for somebody new, and we've been kind of looking around at some different people, and I think one of my favorite right now is definitely crafting, or Miss Coffee. She's hilarious, and she actually is the one. She helped me in the very beginning. I had when I knew nothing, I had texted her and asked her some questions, and she was so sweet that she literally got back to me within like 12 hours, and so she's awesome. But yes, anxiety. I have it. I've had it since I was like really little. And yeah, so I remember when my kids were that age, but Man, so do you only have a 3-year-old? Is he your only child? They grow up way too fast, I tell you. Definitely appreciate the kid phase, because once they get to adolescence, it's like a whole new world. My son is 13, and he's definitely pushing the boundaries with me, and my daughter is 10 going on 16, because she also is kind of starting to be acting like a little teenager. But yeah, I so miss when they were like 3, and I wish I could go back in time just for like a day, because I try really hard to enjoy the moment I'm in. But gosh, I wish I could just go back a day and hold my babies and before they could talk and argue with me. Because yeah, I'd rather listen to a baby cry all day long than having them argue with me. But he was not happy that I decided I was going to start doing lives, because I can't do them from my phone yet. And so I told him, yeah, when I do them, I'm going to need the computer. And of course, at his age, the computer he thinks is like his life. And so he's wasn't very happy that I was going to be not only using it, but taking it out of his room for a little while. And so, but he will get over it. It's not his computer, it's the family computer, but it's kind of turned into his just by the fact that he uses it more than any of us. You have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. They are my stepchildren and my almost 3-year-old. And I don't get anxiety when I had my almost 3-year-old. Oh, you had him 2 months early. Oh my gosh. Did he have to stay in the NICU for quite a while then? That's really scary. I know. With my son, I went into labor at 30 weeks. And fortunately, they were able to stop it. And I had to take medications the entire pregnancy to stop the contractions. And they worked. They literally, when I hit 37 weeks, they decided that I could stop taking them because he would be okay. And I hated them. Like, I hated the medication. So they told me, yeah, go ahead and stop them because 37 weeks is considered full term. I literally went into labor and had him 2 days later. So, and my daughter, I went into labor with her at 18 weeks pregnant and was on bed rest from 18 weeks till I had her at 37 weeks as well. So, and she, though, did have to go into the NICU. So it was in the NICU for a month. Yeah. And I bet that's hard. That's really hard because Maddie was in the NICU for 9 days. And because I had a C-section with her, my doctor had like a limit on how many hours I could stay at a time. And so I would have to go home and like rest, take naps, and then drive back. And it's like a 25-minute drive that was a bumpy one because she was born in April. And our streets were full of potholes. And I don't know if you had yours natural or a C-section, but driving with after a C-section is like a torture chamber. It's horrible. But I did it, and I went and visited her multiple times a day. But it was only 9 days, and it felt like forever. So I can imagine a month was really hard. And she was actually, I mean, she was considered full term because it was 37 weeks, and she was 7 pounds 11 ounces. So she would have been a really big baby if she did go all the way till 40 weeks. But I had gestational diabetes, so it was, we were expecting that she'd probably be a little bit big. But she decided that when they pulled her out, she was going to take a humongous breath of amniotic fluid. And so they were literally about ready to bring her to me to hold after, I was in recovery and everything. And my husband came in to get the little bed, the little bed crib thing, and was going to go back down to the nursery and get her. And then all this stuff started happening, and she apparently just stopped breathing, and her oxygen was like at 50 or something, which is really low. And let's see. Naturally, at the time to stop my labor and no meds. Oh, geez. Oh, that's hard. That's hard. When I had Alex, I got to the hospital and I was 9 centimeters already because it happened really, really fast. But yeah, Maddie, when she was in the NICU, it was I want to say kind of funny, but that's not the right word. But she had a roommate, and her roommate baby had been born at 26 weeks and had already been there for like 5 weeks or something. But Maddie looked like a giant compared to this baby because he was so tiny. I mean, when he was born, he was a little under a pound. And so yeah, and then here comes Maddie at like 7 pounds 11 ounces, and she looked like a giant baby. But it was really scary, and it was really kind of a weird thing though when it happened, because like I said, they were about ready to bring her to me, and then next thing I know, they're like, no, she's being intubated. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, she stopped breathing. And I'm in the room, but I literally had just come out of surgery, and they would not let me go to the nursery. And then, so they had called in, like, because the hospital we were at didn't have a NICU. And because she was born at 37 weeks, they did not feel that I needed to deliver where there was the NICU. So they had called in the specialist. They came down, and they got her intubated and got her in a incubator thing, and put her. She was all like strapped into this thing, tubes everywhere. And so the first time I saw her, I could hardly see her. And then they took her to another hospital, and I was not allowed to go because I was in recovery also from the C-section, but there was complications. I lost a ton of blood, and so I was severely anemic. So they would not let me go with her. So it sucked because I couldn't, it was like my baby left, and my doctor, luckily I knew my doctor. I was her nanny for 3 years before I had my own kids. And so she knew me and trusted me and actually let me out of the hospital like a whole day early just because I was like dying to go see her. So she was 2 days old before I got to hold her and nurse her. But she was lucky because when she first went in, they told us she was going to be there a minimum of 4 weeks. And then she was ended up being there for 9 days. So she got lucky with that. And my son, he was he was born at 37 weeks, and his was natural birth, which, you know, people always say, oh, I want a C-section because I don't want to have to go through labor, blah, blah, blah. Well, I tell you what, labor is about 100 times easier than a C-section. You might not have to go through all the labor part, but the recovery sucks, especially when you have a newborn to take care of. And, you know, they just, it's like a kind of joke, but it's like the only surgery, major surgery, that where they cut you open and take something out of your body, stitch you closed, and then send you home with a baby to take care of. It's like insane. And then they tell you no more than 10 pounds to lift. Well, sorry, but car seats nowadays, yeah, they're like almost 10 pounds by themselves. But yeah, it was scary, but at the same time, I remember kind of feeling at peace about it. And I never really like freaked out. So I don't know, like I just kind of felt like God just kind of was like, she'll be okay. And yeah, but then I think, because I didn't know this at the time, but when they were preparing her to be moved, they, you know, didn't want me to freak out because I, like I said, had just gone through surgery, lost way too much blood, and they had given me some kind of like a relaxer. And so I would tell people like, yeah, I just had this, God just gave me this peace that she was going to be fine. And I mean, like probably 5 or 6 years later, I found out that they had given me something to relax me. So maybe it was a little bit of God, but it was also a little bit of medicine that helped, I think. But yeah, we got through it and she was worth it. No more kids for me though. The doctor told me after her that I couldn't. My body would not do it again, so, which was hard because I actually wanted more kids, but enjoy them while they are young. And almost, you said that yours is almost 3, which is one of my favorite ages because they start learning like how to talk, and I mean, they know somewhat, but they're just so funny at that age. And they're still cute. Little, like when they say some certain things that babies say, little toddlers say. But I've been a nanny my whole life pretty much, and then had my own kids, and I still did part-time, and my kids came with me, but now I work as a assistant dog trainer, and I love it because I love dogs. I'm obsessed with them. My dogs are like babies too. And my daughter's dog is kind of like her baby. She is her baby. So, and she is more than just a dog to us because not only is she, you know, a family member, but she saved my daughter's life, and we can't really.
Lincoln did too.
Lincoln did too. Our other one, we had just started training him on highs and like a little tiny bit with low blood sugars, and that's really all we did. And then he started alerting us, and at first it was like that's a coincidence, but he would do it repeatedly, and he would do it the exact same way every time, and every time he did it, she was off. And so yeah, he was terrible before he turned 2, but he talks really well, and he's so smart. Oh, yeah, I so miss that age when they're like I just miss it. They're so cute when they talk, and yeah, but that's okay. I get my baby fixes from my friends that have babies, and I can't. You know, it's fun though because you get to hold the babies and play with the little kids and then send them home and not have to, take care of them after that. I spilled some drills on my thing. It's very annoying. Hate when that happens. So I have this disease, and I can't, honestly, it's pretty sad that it's my disease and I don't have any idea how to pronounce it. But it's like hypogallogical, or I don't know, something like that. Anyways, basically it's where people who, when you're falling asleep at night and you're either like just fall asleep or you're, barely asleep, and then you jerk awake really fast and you feel like you're falling. I don't know if you've ever had that, but I get that, but it's during the day and I'm awake. So it's not when I'm sleeping. And so I will just kind of go like that or something, and I throw my drills all over the place numerous times, but it's much easier to clean up than when I used to do paint by numbers, because when you throw paint, it's not very fun to clean up, and it ruins your project because, yeah, it just gets all over the place. And I only can use cups with lids because I'm not trusted with other ones, and I can't use glass cups. I've been known to literally throw like a glass of milk across the room, or my cell phone, or just whatever. I can't control it, so I don't, I've never thrown a dog.
Yeah, but you would.
I don't know. Anyways, but it's very annoying. Not just for me, but I think it annoys my kids too, because it just happens really randomly.
You fall asleep when you're sitting up all the time, and so she'll like slowly like fall. I'm like, Mom, and she'll like.
Yep. See, and that's the problem when the doctor told me, he's like, when you don't sleep and then you barely relax, your body needs it so bad that you start doing like these micro sleeps. And so he'll like literally just fall asleep for a second. And it's just, I guess, your brain is telling you need sleep. And so I do that quite often. And so I really, really got to focus on at least getting like 5 hours of sleep at night. Because, yeah, I've learned to function, but it's not healthy. So my son goes to school at like, he leaves about 8:15. And do I have what? I don't. You've asked me like numerous times. I'll have to buy some. Anyways, my son goes to school at 8:15. So I get up, make sure he, eats and gets off to the bus, and then sometimes I will actually go back to bed and take a nap, because sometimes I don't go back to sleep after my husband leaves, and he leaves at 4:30 in the morning, and sometimes I'm still awake when he's getting ready and leaving, and so yeah, but I'm trying, and it's just, it doesn't come easy. We did just get the insurance okayed her. It's called a Dexcom. It is a continuous glucose monitor, and what it does is it stays on her, and then it kind of has like this little iPod looking thing, and it checks her blood sugar every 5 minutes and reads it. And so it will tell you when she is going low or going high. And if she goes low or high, it sounds like a dang fire alarm going off. And so as soon as we get that, I know I will be able to rest easier knowing that, you know, we have 2 dogs looking out for her, and the Dexcom would wake me up. So I should be able to get, you know, better sleep with that. But don't do it right here. Go away. So yeah. And then she had an insulin pump and it stopped working like 6 weeks before we were supposed to be, like, before they okayed the new one, which is so stupid. I get so annoyed at insurance companies. Like, I'm fighting with them all the time. But anyway, so we're going to be getting that. That is such a help because right now she's on shots, and what 10-year-old wants to take shots, you know, 6 times a day? It just sucks. So, and with the Dexcom, it limits her blood sugar testing too, which is really nice. She only has to do it like twice a day rather than 10 times a day, because that basically, you know, is takes its place. So that's nice too. But I'm really, really hoping to be done with this one within the next like 4 or 5 days, because I want to give it to her. And I'm going to be going to work this week and helping out, doing some organizing at the studio. So I really want to have it done so I can give it to her then, but we'll see. We'll see how much time I have. My daughter's having a sleepover with her friends. They're twins, so she'll be having 2 people over tomorrow night. So we'll see if I have time to do it. But when they were here last time, actually, I gave them, they were really interested in what I was doing. I was working on Ollie, and they were really interested in it. And so I have a stash of a lot. And I had a Diamond Art Club the Blue Owl. And so I gave them that one and told them that they could try it.
Isn't this a 4-placer?
No, that's a 3. I told them they could try it and see how they liked it. And so hopefully if they liked it, then maybe they'll bring theirs and we'll have a little diamond painting party. But I'm really glad they just moved in, or their aunt and grandma just moved into our apartment complex, and they come every Saturday and stay the night with their grandma. And so it gives Maddie someone to play with, which is great because right now there's no little girls around here. So good night. Yeah, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Get some rest. I'm gonna actually sign off too. My voice is starting to die. So and it's late. I gotta get her to sleep. So have a good night. Bye. We'll see you later. Okay, I'm gonna sign off here.
Bye.